Since last week's sickout, the Bahamas Nurses Union (BNU) said it has yet to meet with Minister of Health Drive Duane Sands over several long-standing issues, and also noted it is still awaiting the government's approval of its strike vote application. Last Monday, more than 200 nurses throughout the Bahamas called in sick, forcing many clinics to turn away patients. Sands told the Nassau Guardian that while the absence of those nurses caused an inconvenience, the essential services were still provided. Speaking to the matter at a press conference at the House of Labor on Wolf Road yesterday, BNU President Amanda Williams said, "Like we said, the nurses were sick. We have no question, no doubt, if they call in sick they must have a valid reason. They're sick, but we know there are grievances." The union has raised several outstanding issues, including a shift system for non-union nurses, arrears owed for mileage, a pay increase for nurses, concerns that some nurses have not been confirmed, better insurance coverage, an increase in on-call allowance for Family Island nurses, and outstanding money owed to some nurses. Williams said yesterday that she believes the government has been given enough time to address these issues. The MNS administration is nearing its one-year mark in office. When the minister came in office, the minister got a portfolio of all the concerns that plagued the institution, Williams said. There should have been proper planning, making an adjustment, and like we say, again, the union is not difficult to deal with. We asked the minister to put time limits. Give us 3 months you are going to pay mileage, give us the next 3 months you are going to do the confirmation, but there is no evidence that the minister has put this portfolio forward. So, we are sitting here, waiting for what, for a next year? We have given them a time frame. As we mentioned with the mileage, we've given them a month, still no evidence. We've already been to the drawing table and we want the country to know we have been very patient, very lenient, for 7 to 10 years. I think that's very patient." In reference to the concerns of the BNU, Sands has said that the Ministry of Health has aggressively attempted to address them. He said the ministry has already conducted an exercise to deal with those nurses who are not confirmed, and noted that the Public Hospitals Authority has not implemented any changes to the nurses' shift policy. Addressing the BNU's concern about mileage arrears, Sands said last week, "We would have seen to it that some $55,000 of outstanding mileage accrual for a group of nurses was placed on the pay sheet, and the expectation was that they should have had that money in their accounts last payday. We now need to confirm whether those instructions from health were carried out by finance and treasury, but certainly if it was not on the pay sheet in April, I am advised that it will definitely be on the pay sheet in May." According to Williams and BNU Secretary General Julian Mullings, the union has yet to receive any of those funds owed. Mullings said yesterday that he finds it disrespectful that the minister addresses the concerns of the nurses with the media but not with the union. "If you have called us to the table to address that issue, we expect a respected response from you," Mullings said. "We asked for a schedule form of payment plan, because you claim that you do not have enough money to pay all the monies at one time, so the Nurses Union agreed on behalf of its members that we will ask for a scheduled payment plan. Your response should be to respond back to the union, not in the newspaper, not with somebody else. When you have arranged with the Director of Labor, Mr. Robert Farquharson, to negotiate on your behalf, we expect you to respond in that manner, not to respond in the public's eye, bypassing the union and bypassing the person you asked the union to negotiate with. That's a form of total disrespect, and we cannot condone that type of behavior towards nurses. We will not." Williams also noted that the BNU has yet to meet with the minister since he took office. "We've never had a meeting with Dr. Sands," she said. He has initiated meetings with the Permanent Secretary, Rena Linton, which we had on Thursday and Friday. We've never met. This union body has not met with the minister. Like Mr. Mullings said, the minister is displaying or verbally telling the country what he is about to do but has not done it as yet, and has not formally came to the table and spoken to the union. It is a disrespect. You're the minister, come to the table, don't send anyone else, come to the table. Responding to the union yesterday, Sands said he would love to meet with the union. Whatever I can do to move things along, I would have absolutely no problem, he said. The challenge of having the nurses at odds with the Public Hospitals Authority, both groups are under the remit of the Minister of Health. Certainly I would want to do whatever is possible to facilitate constructive consultation and negotiation, Sands once again assured that every issue brought to the attention of the government, it has sought to jump on them directly and try and bring them to a conclusion. It might seem as if not much is happening because of the amount of legwork that has to go in appropriate resolution. It takes some time, Sands said. Other issues are acknowledged, but you have financial limitations that don't allow you to conclude them. So, while we may acknowledge that there is a debt owed because there is an agreement, if you don't have the financial headroom, then you can acknowledge the debt and say, okay, as soon as we are able to find the funds, then it will be paid. The BNU announced its intention to apply for a strike vote several weeks ago over a dispute with the PHA regarding a shift system. Williams accused the PHA of instituting union-busting tactics and said the union was concerned to learn that expatriate nurses on contracts were asked to work 12-hour shifts. Asked for an update on that process, Williams said, "We have filed a dispute and we have filed for a strike vote. We are just waiting for the government to reply to us. When are they going to give us a strike poll? We have spoken to Robert Farquharson, the Director of Labor, and we have also addressed the minister, so we are just waiting for them to give us a day and time when we can have our strike poll."